Hey everyone, welcome to 2024 Collectionmas. I'm going to be doing a different handbag collection every day until December 24th, and shout out to the pioneer of this trend, Living Lux with Meredith, another Aussie YouTuber who I'll link down below. So we're going to kick off Collectionmas with my very favorite iconic vintage Louis Vuitton S-Lock bag. And if you guys know me, you guys know I love a good vintage Louis Vuitton S-Lock bag. So I'm going to go in the order which I acquired each bag. So starting with my vintage Louis Vuitton Concorde in the Epi leather, and this is in the color Toledo blue. This is a handheld, very granny bag, as you can see here. Super granny top handle. Beautiful, super gold, iconic S-Lock key. The way an S-Lock works, if you're not aware, is you literally just push one side down, the other side doesn't work at all. And then it releases the lock, and then you can access the inside of the bag. And you will also notice there is a keyhole here because there is a functional key. So these bags usually come with a set of 2 keys, which you may or may not find with the bag on the pre-loved market. So I'll just demonstrate for you. So you put the key in, you turn it. Now it no longer opens. Turn it back the other way. Take the key out. And now the bag opens again. And just to give you a closer look of what these S-locks are all about. So this is the trunk-like lock, which is literally the lock that were on or are on the Louis Vuitton trunks, which is what the fashion house is all about. They are about their iconic trunks. And this is like having a little bit of the trunk on the handbag, which is why I love the S-Lock so much, because it is iconic and reminiscent of the house and what they originally made. And that's why I like to have this piece of history on the bags that I collect. They are my favorite bags. So it has the Louis Vuitton logo up here. You have this part of the lock here and this little key here, and then this functional release here, which is on this side. Now this bag, interestingly, even though it's blue, it has a black interior, and unlike the modern Louis Vuitton bags, these vintage bags have a taiga leather interior. However, one bad thing about these vintage Louis Vuitton bags is the pockets were usually lined in this vinyl type of material that they called Vuittonite, which in a humid environment often melted and created this sticky tar-like consistency. You can remove it, and I have a tutorial on how to remove it right here, and I have cleaned it out. So this is just like the back of the fabric. The Vuittonite has now been removed, and in here as well. So you see this sort of fluffy material here. So this bag you can either wear handheld, or even though it doesn't come with a crossbody strap, you can clip a crossbody strap onto the sides there, which I sometimes do. But it can scratch up the hardware, so just be aware of that. And this I got for about 400 something Australian dollars from a Filipino reseller that he used to have a YouTube channel, is no longer active, but his name was Ian Carlos, and he was living in Japan at the time. And this I bought in about 2019. And this bag is from 1995. Now I am filming outside, so I don't have any Christmas decorations for this Collectionmas, but I do have my little Christmas Yoshi here. So if you guys know Mario Kart, you guys know Yoshi. I thrifted him for $2. I thought that was a really good price. This is the vintage Monceau bag in the black Epi leather, and I luckily got this with its original strap, but it did not come with any of the original keys. And this is actually the second one of these that I owned. The first one, I did end up reselling it because I was not happy with the condition of the leather and the corners. So the initial one I got for about 300-ish Australian dollars back in about 2019 from a Thai Instagram seller. But as I said, that one's then been sold off, and then I rebought this one from another Thai Instagram seller for about 600 Australian dollars. So I upgraded the condition, got the original strap, but not the key, unfortunately. So this one, it's a bit too uncomfortable to wear handheld, so you can hold it as a top handle like that. But I really just do like to wear it with the shoulder strap because I'm a crossbody girl. And again, beautiful S-Lock. So this is literally like a mini briefcase bag, which is why I loved it. It's very chic. Some people say this is too corporate looking, too outdated, but for me, I think it's chic. So again, this is an S-Lock with a functional lock. I'm literally going to use the same key that I used on the other bag. One thing about S-Locks that I learned is they all work with the same key. It is literally just like one key that they made. So that's open. Turn the key, and now it's locked. So it's just one model of key that they made for all the S-Lock bags. So if you've got one key, you can open all your bags. So this is what it looks like in the interior, one main compartment, one pocket, Again, it had the sticky Vuitton interior, and this bag is from 1994. Now, in between the two black Epi Monceaus that I bought the Monogram Monceau. This is actually the initial bag I wanted before I even bought the Concorde or the black Monceau, but I just could not find this at the right price because the ones that I wanted were all over 800 Australian dollars at the time. So that's why I compromised for the Concorde, because that was only 400, it was half the price. That was a mistake. I should have just saved up and gone for the one that I wanted in the beginning, because in the end I ended up buying it anyway, and I ended up buying a condition that I was not happy with. So this bag unfortunately has actually made it onto my 5 worst pre-love purchases because it has a terrible story to go with it. I'm going to link it here, but this is literally like a mini suitcase in the Monogram. So it is the closest thing I have to a Louis Vuitton trunk at the moment. Beautiful S-lock again. Again, it works with that same key. Now for this one, I did not get the original strap. So I bought this strap off Etsy. It's not an exact color match, but it's as close as I could find by just looking at the colors on the computer screen. Because you know how it is on the computer screen. It's never exactly the color you're going to get, but it's, you know, what the computer screen shows. But in hindsight, if I had just saved up a bit more and got what I wanted in the condition I wanted with the original strap, that would have been better. So just like the black Monceau, once you open it up, it has a taiga leather interior with a pocket, which did have melted Vuittonite, but it's been cleaned out. And why this bag made it onto my worst purchase list is because, number one, the seller sold it with not this unoriginal strap, but a different one, and didn't declare it. And secondly, this has unoriginal hardware, which I've since changed to different unoriginal hardware, but the one she had was even less of a match, and it was also not declared. So that is one of the big risks of buying pre-love, is that the condition is not what the seller says it is. They do not declare some faults with the bag, and she simply said, oh, I didn't know. So that is one big thing to be aware of. And I got this from a Facebook group, and I've never bought from a Facebook group again. She completely turned me off Facebook groups. So that was probably my worst seller experience on Facebook. So I got this for about 650 Australian dollars, and this bag is from 1992. So this bag costs more than the black one, is in worse condition than the black one. So that's the difference between getting it from a professional seller and a non-professional seller. This is the final piece I've collected with the S-lock, and this is the piece of which this key set came with. This is not actually a handbag. This is called the Louis Vuitton Sellier Dragonne clutch. This is actually a men's lines clutch. And I got this for Christmas 2023 last year because eBay had a 20% off voucher for Japanese sellers, and that's what I used to get this. And this was about 400 Australian dollars. I was really happy with the condition of it. And this is in the color Capango Gold. So usually my favorite color is Kenyan Fawn, but I had actually already collected a lot of Kenyan Fawn pieces. And this is the next shade, Capango Gold. It's a more yellow undertone. This piece is from 1994, and I don't actually wear it as a clutch. I have a handbag organizer in there, which I have added these picture frame hooks as D-rings. And I hacked this bag into a crossbody bag. If you guys know me, you guys know I love to Frankenstein my clutches and turn them into crossbody bags. So I have a whole video detailing the 6 hacks that I use for converting clutches into crossbody bags, which I'll leave here. Now this one is a special mention because yes, it is an S-lock, but unlike the others, it is not a lockable S-lock. So this is the Louis Vuitton men's Pochette Kourad. So this I got from my old favorite seller, brand JFA. When I say old favorite sellers, because their prices have gone up and I can't afford them anymore. This is a 1997 Louis Vuitton men's clutch. Again, another one that I've Frankenstein to use as a crossbody bag. And this one I permanently Frankenstein by punching holes into it and using these screw-in swivel D-rings. So if you want to learn how to do that, now it is a permanent change to the bag, but I do have a tutorial here. And so now I permanently have these rings and I can attach a crossbody strap anytime. So I actually pair it with my Vachetta strap, but I've seen other people pair it with black straps or darker green straps to give a more streamlined, consistent look. So this still opens up the same way, it just does not have a lock. So this is the taiga leather Pochette Kourad. This leather is actually the same leather on the inside of all of these bags as the lining, but now it's actually on the outside. Taiga leather is still produced in Louis Vuitton's men's line now. It's pretty durable and it's pretty low key actually. So this is the interior here. It actually has all these small, really tight inner pockets here, but I can't use them because they're all degraded and they're too tight for me to clean out. So they've become unusable, but they're too skinny anyway. This one also had the Vuittonite pocket there that I had to clean out, and a Vuittonite pocket there that I had to clean out. So that is day one of my collection mess. If you guys haven't already seen, the new hyped up 2025 Murakami collection's coming out, and I show you the original pieces you can still snap up on the pre-love market here. And if you guys haven't seen my latest designer handbag brand that I've collected, which is Bali, I'm going to leave that collection here.